It's been 6 months since I've started my YouTube journey, and during that time I've been blessed to travel all over Florida, catching some incredible fish and creating unforgettable memories. Funny enough, in those same months, my young neighbor Kailer has been fishing right in our backyard, catching fish I'd happily cross the state to catch. So today, we won't be traveling anywhere. Instead, we're going to use the knowledge and skills we have to see how many awesome fish we can catch right here in my home waters. Day 1 got off to a pretty slow start. We managed to get some mullet for bait throwing the cast net, and then spent a few hours moving around before we finally ended up in an area that I was confident would have some big fish. Here's one of these baits that we caught in the net. This looks like a black mullet. We got a little combination of black and silver mullet. It's the perfect bait for in here. Should be great for snook, tarpon, jack, anything that's hanging out. All right, I'm hopping up here onto the Yeti. I'm gonna put this bait right behind the boat. So the technique here is just to pull the bait right along the surface. Really looks like a wounded or injured or very fearful bait. It's like ringing the dinner bell for these big fish. When there's a fish underneath them, they'll get really nervous, and I can feel it in my rod tip. The bait's just going crazy. And usually right after that happens is when the fish will come up and eat. So it's kind of like a lot of anticipation because you know when the bait has a fish right behind them. That's what makes it so fun. Very effective way to cover ground as well. This bait just had a fish come under him. Seems like something small. Just toying with it. Probably a small tarpon. Every once in a while this will happen where the small tarpon come up and start popping the bait. Grabs the attention of a big fish. And then you get slammed. So let's see. Oh, there's fish. Okay, got a fish on this bait. Let's see if he actually commits. Still on it. He's getting super frantic. Come on, eat him, baby. Probably another small fish. Ooh, little guy. I'm trying to get him. Some little fish right there. That's a better one. Ooh. Might have stumbled across a spool right here. See how many times they can hit it without actually getting it in their mouth. It's so actually mind-boggling. I have a feeling he's gonna get hit right here by this tree. Fish on him. Dude, he ate it right under the tree. That was weird. I don't really know what happened there. You could see the bait got kind of tore up. It got a little mauled. That could have been a cuda, that could have been a jack. I guess it could have been a tarpon. I don't really know what it was, but this bait's done for. I'm gonna let Kailer fish a bait. I'll grab the camera for a little bit. I'm staying optimistic. I think as the day goes on, the bite's gonna get better and better, so let's see what happens. Young Kailer putting on a bait. Let's see if he has some better luck than I did.
Oh, he's nervous, he's nervous. There's a fish on it.
Kailer's got a nice fish on him right now. so sick. That one get it?
Yeah, you got it.
Get him.
Tight.
Kai's on.
Oh.
Where's he at?
Oh.
What happened, Killer?
Spit it.
Spit the hook. That fish never even jumped. That's very weird. I definitely got the eat for you guys. That was pretty sick. How big was that fish? I was watching the camera.
It was probably 40 pounds.
Probably about a 40 pounder. All right, well, things are looking up. We got a light rain here, but I don't think it's anything too serious, so we're gonna stay after it. That was sick. All right, I'm gonna pull right back up to where Kailer just had those fish going off on him, and I'm gonna put a bait out. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's nervous. I'm hooked up. Oh, this is a nice fish. Let me back off on the drag a little bit. That was my first real, well, actually that was my second eat. Chin jump. Nice. He's coming close to the boat. Ooh, he's dogging me. This dude's dogging. Oh, he feels like he has me in some structure down there. Oh, here he is. I might be a little smaller than I thought. Oh, sick jump. That was so awesome. Oh, we're pushing into this. I gotta watch what I'm doing here also with the boat. Kind of in an area with some docks and some mega yachts all around us, so just gotta be careful. He's gonna jump right here. I don't know if you guys saw a couple weeks ago, I had a fish jump in the boat here. Actually, it wasn't a couple weeks ago, it was a couple months ago. Smaller fish than this. Landed right in the guinea. It was crazy. Whoa. This dude is serious. Oh. Whew, feels good to be tight on a fish. I haven't caught a saltwater fish in a couple weeks. I've been doing a lot of freshwater stuff lately. Oh, God, he's doing some mean head shakes. Do you guys see what I'm doing every time he comes and surfaces and jumps? I can kind of notice like my line raising, which is kind of going to indicate to me that the fish is going to jump. And then when the fish jumps, I give him slack. It's called bowing to the fish. Right now he's kind of under the boat, so I'll drop the rod tip in so that my line doesn't rub against the bottom of the boat. There he is right here. Whew. Nice fish. Turn him right there. Thought he was a little bit bigger than that, but still nice. Beat him real quick. Only been fighting him for maybe 4 or 5 minutes. I'm gonna get my hands in his jaw, get the hook out, give him a little revival. There's actually a law that you can't, whoa. Oh, that was so sick. That might have been his last hurrah. I was saying there's a law that you actually can't lift these fish out of the water if they're over 40 inches. And I'm pretty sure this one's over 40 inches. So we're not even gonna remove him from the water whatsoever. He's butting right in the bottom lip. Oh my God, these fish are so strong, such athletes. It's incredible. Nice fish. We're gonna take really good care of him, make sure he swims off strong, swims off healthy. It's probably about a 40-pound fish. I'm gonna pop the hook out real quick. There we go. All we're gonna do now is we're literally just gonna put the trolling motor in gear and just pull this fish along, letting the water rush over his gills until he's ready to swim off. After letting that tarpon go, we fished the rest of the afternoon and shockingly didn't get any other bites. I was pretty surprised by this until I realized on the ride home that it was a full moon, which typically shuts down the daytime tarpon and snook bite. Luckily for me, there's another intriguing fish that lives here in my backyard. And as bad as I wanted to catch a snook or tarpon, I was equally excited to switch up the game plan and go after these crustacean munching fish instead. Alright, so the name of the game when going after these big smart sheepshead is to have a frisky little live crab. So we just spent about an hour or so catching some mangrove tree crabs, which is actually a ton of fun. I was up in the mangrove trees in these like little creeks. But anyway, we're gonna get started here. I'm using a really light leader to try to fool these fish. They're super smart back here. I'm using 15-pound fluorocarbon, a size 1 hook, and a little tiny split shot here. The split shot could spook these fish, but I'm gonna try it for now and see what happens because there's so much wind, it's really howling. And yeah, we're just gonna come in and out of all these canals, and I'll be checking the pilings just like this and the seawalls and seeing if I see a sheepshead actively feeding. Get the crab in front of them, and that should do the trick. So I'm excited to see if we can get on some. See one right here. Oh, I see about 3 of them right here. Well, we're seeing them. I saw 3 fish right there on my right and 1 on my left, probably within 10 yards of each other. And they were all really, really nice. But the problem was I saw them too late. These sheepshead are super duper smart, especially back here. So you really gotta see them before they see you. By the way, if you guys wanna learn how to catch these mangrove tree crabs, I did a video on sheepshead about a month ago. So if you go on my channel, you'll see it. and I explain exactly the tactics that I use to catch these. And I think they're an excellent, excellent sheepshead bait. So let's keep going. At least we spotted a couple fish. That's a very good sign. Ooh, I see a big one right here. I think I spooked him. God, they are so smart here. I fished for sheepshead in a different area last month, and they were not this smart. Kailer warned me that these fish are really, really smart, but I didn't think it would be like that. I need to find one whose face is in the piling so he doesn't notice me. I think that's gonna be the key. So far I've seen probably 4 or 5 fish. 0 have showed any interest in the crab. But we're not giving up hope. I'll tell you what. Whew, this wind is making it so challenging. This should not be as tricky as it is. But I was kind of limited on my options this week on what to do. And I definitely want to bring a video to you guys. So I figured this is my best choice. But even still, with all this protection around me, it's so windy and so tricky to try to sight fish, especially. See a nice sheep under this dock. See a couple of them actually. One sees it. I think he just ate it. Got him. Whoa, it's a nice one. Oh, let's go, let's go. Come on now. Backed off on the drag a little bit. Oh, this thing is tough. Oh, finally, baby. Finally. Oh no, the hook just pulled out. Oh my God, I've been working so hard for that bite and I finally got it and the hook pulled out. I must have been too tight with the drag. Damn. You guys have no idea how tricky the fishing is today because of the wind and the sun not coming out. By the time I see these fish, half the times it's too late. The other half, they're just not even paying any attention to the crab. That one, finally, I watched him go over there and eat the crab as soon as it hit the water. And I must have been too tight on the drag. I have a tight drag because there's a ton of barnacles on these pilings. And if one of these fish hits those barnacles with the line, you're done. It's gonna break you off, so. Oh, damn. All right, at least we got a bite, so let's keep it going. Probably got another hour and a half or 2 of daylight and 7 more crabs or so. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get another one. That was our chance right there. That would have been my biggest sheepshead ever. That was a really nice one. Did he eat it? Eat it, dude. Got him. Nice one. That was so sick. I saw that sheepshead up ahead of us. I'm gonna back off on the drag a little bit. Up ahead of the Ginu a little bit. I made a cast and he saw it and he shot right for it. That was so cool. It's not as big as the last one, but it's pretty nice. That was like one of the coolest things. And then I started to pull the crab away and he followed it and then he just finished it off. All right, come here, buddy. Let's get you in the boat. The last one would have been my biggest ever. This one's pretty nice, but not a giant by any means. Oh, come here. I got it. Ooh, that's a good one. That's one of my biggest ever for sure. Let's go. All right, there we go. That's fish number 1 back here in my backyard. I'm still in my neighborhood. Pretty sweet. Still got that gnarly face. Look at that thing. I went after these guys about a month ago and I had just the time of my life. It was such a blast. But this is a big fish. It's probably like 18, 19 inches. Sweet sheepshead. Just look at his mouth, man. That's the craziest thing. You guys see those teeth? Look at that thing. Thing is so gnarly. We're actually going to be letting these fish go today for a couple of reasons. First of all, these fish are right in my backyard. I kind of don't want to hurt the population in case I ever want to come back out here and fish for them. And secondly, because I just don't think the water quality is that good back here. I'm not super comfortable eating fish out of this water. So we're gonna let him swim. It's a really nice fish. I'd say 18, 19 inches. I'm gonna get him back in the water because I really think we have the opportunity of catching a really big fish. Maybe, I don't know, like a 5, 6, 7 pounder. So let's let this dude go. Kicked off super duper strong. Fun fish, epic bite. That was so cool. Like I said, he was up ahead of us and I was able to just see him before he saw us. That is like one of the tickets to these sheepshead. These big ones are smart, and that's not even a big one. That's one of the smaller ones I've even seen today. So that just goes to show you what's in these canals. I'm gonna put another crab on and we're gonna get back in the water and see if we can get a big one. Whew. All right, well, I'm officially getting off the water for today. Those were some of the toughest conditions that I've ever tried sight fishing in, and especially using the tiny little crabs that are weightless, it made it next to impossible. But I know we can get one of those backyard giants, so we're gonna come back out tomorrow, give it a college try, and see if we can get one of those big fish. I'll catch up with you then. Well, just like that, it was day 3 of the backyard mission. And on this day, I was joined by my good buddies, Dennis and Viktor, from the YouTube channel, Landshark Outdoors. After the 3 of us squeezed into the Ginu, we spent some time reloading on bait, and then headed back to the docks to try to catch a giant neighborhood sheep.
He's chilling right there, underneath the dock.
Yeah, I see him. Oh, there's 2 of them. Try, Vic. It's a really hard shot with this wind. Oh my God, dude, he's right on surface. Yo, those are really big fish, I think. They don't look big to you?
They look like they're 16 inches. I think all fish look bigger in the water.
I don't know, bro. They look like dinosaurs. I think you're gonna be surprised if we hook one. Dude, I got one on me. Eat it, dude.
Oh, I got one on too. Oh, yes! Can we get the double here, Tyler?
Oh, dude, that was so sick.
What do I got? I got a mine.
Bro.
Dude, this thing is huge. That's the biggest mine cichlid I've ever seen.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, dude, I'm in trouble here. Oh, no, 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 no. Dude, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Stay glued. Stay glued. You guys, I'm barely talking to the camera. Viktor and I just doubled up. He's got a Mayan cichlid, but I got the culprit. I got the target. Oh no! No! Why? Oh. Yeah, I guess I pulled hook. Come on, that was the biggest sheepshead of my life right there. That thing was like this big. That thing was huge. He fought so hard too. All right, so I kind of lost my cool there a little bit, but what happened was Vic and I spotted a couple sheepshead under this dock here, and we kind of blew by them. We were pitching baits at them. They weren't really interested, but we came back and we kind of settled up for a second. We threw baits in there and my bait was sitting on the bottom and I could actually physically see the sheepshead swim over to it and eat it. I set the hook, it was on. Then Vic hooked up and he thought he had the other sheep because it was 2, but he ended up catching a Mayan cichlid. And I lost that sheep, man. The hook pulled out, which is exactly what happened to me yesterday. So I'm switching up my hook. I'm going with a size 2 mustad. We'll see if this does the trick. I was doing the free line tactic there and it worked really well, so I'm gonna stick with that for now. Let's get another bait in the water. Well, long story short, day 3 ended up being even more of a grind than day 2 was. Viktor did manage to hook one more nice sheepshead, but as you can see, the barnacles made quick work of his 12-pound leader. Don't get me wrong, I had a blast with the boys and we did catch a bunch of Mayan cichlids, but the heartbreak of losing that monster sheep right next to the boat had me more determined than ever to get back out there and redeem myself. Good morning. It is day 4 of the backyard mission today. I let a couple days go by, waited for a nice break in the weather, and it is absolutely beautiful out today. The sun is shining, the water's calmer, Should be a ton of fun. We're gonna re-up on some more crabs and then look for this elusive giant sheepshead. Let's get after it. We managed to get a bucket full of frisky little mangrove tree crabs. I'm up here on the Yeti. It's gonna give me a nice vantage point with the high sun so I could try to sight fish these fish. I'm rocking no split shot right now, just straight 15-pound fluorocarbon leader with a little it's a size 2 mustache J-hook. So we're just gonna do what we've been doing this whole video, coming down, looking at the docks, looking at the pilings, looking at the seawalls, and trying to sight fish for one of these giant sheepshead. I think we're gonna get it done today. We got the right weather. It's still a little bit windy, but it's really beautiful out, so let's make it happen. I cannot express how nice it is to finally have the sun consistently out. I've been waiting for this for days. So we took that little break, took a couple days off. When the weather got right, we had the luxury to come back out here. So beautiful out. Really looking forward to a nice day on the water. Grateful to be out here and enjoying life and looking for some fish. Chasing my dreams and following my passion. It's good stuff. We're trying to catch sheepshead, but it's so tricky.
There's a lot of big ones back here.
I know, man. They're just super smart. We'll get them today. Good seeing you. All right, we finally found a sheep underneath this dock. I've been searching for a while. Let's see if I can get him to eat. Mayan cichlid came after it, and then there's the sheepshead. Okay, let's try that again. The key is trying to get these baits to these fish before they know you're here. Oh, he just swam right up to it. See if he eats it. Sheepshead definitely went up to it. I had him. I blew it. Okay, well that was good. At least we got a bite. It's very hard to feel this bite, especially with this little bit of wind we have. Let's go back in with another bait. All right, I put a fresh crab on. Let's go back in there with the same cast. Oh man, that was cool. That was a good sign. It was good to get really the first one I got a bait to eat. Let's see, I don't know if he's still there or not, but let's. Cool with the sun. I could see everything that's happening. It's really kind of cool. Oh, yep, one just went up to it. Little one. I think he's eating it. Hooked up. It's a nice one. Oh, I need to get us away from the. Okay. Let me back off on the drag a little bit, not have the same thing that's been happening to me is the hook pull out. Come on, baby. Not a huge one, not the monster we're looking for, but a nice fish. Come on, baby. These things fight. I don't care what anybody says. All right, let me really back off on the drag now that I got him out here. I gotta go tight drag when I'm near the pilings. It's like it's a give and a take because you don't want it too tight to the point where the hook's gonna pull out, but I also don't want to get broken off in the pilings. This is a nice fish. Come on, baby. Cooperate. We're just gonna take our time here. Get him in the net. There we go, we got him. Oh, okay, this fish is in the net. That is such a great feeling. With this high sun, I can see so much better. We're just getting the day started. To get this fish is just, it's been a long time coming. I wanted to put the ruler on this fish. Obviously, I know it's a keeper. Sheepshead have to be 12 inches, but right there on 0 at the tip of his face, and then it goes all the way to 20 inches if I pinched his tail. So that's a real quality sheep. Check this guy out. Look at his mouth. Get in on his teeth. Those teeth are crazy.
Oh, he's got a grill.
He's got like goat teeth or human teeth. If you neglected your teeth, that's how they would look. But these are, if you can see, they're like perfectly adapted and evolved to eat crustaceans. They got a big head, gnarly rib cage, these teeth for crushing oysters and barnacles. These are crustacean eating machines. Hopefully this isn't the last fish you guys see. We're gonna try a little bit longer and see if we can get a bigger one, but still an epic Epic sheepshead, and such a fun time back here in the backyard. It's really cool that these fish live right here in my neighborhood. Super stoked about it. All right, we're back at my dock, right where we started this video. That's where we're gonna end it. Tied the Ginu up behind me. We're gonna go inside and get some lunch. But I really had a blast going after some of these big neighborhood fish. I know there's a giant sheepshead out there. I know there's some big snook. We saw them today. We tried a little bit more today, but for whatever reason, after we caught that 20-incher, we just couldn't get another fish to eat. But it's all good. Maybe when the wind dies down, I'll come back out here and do another video. If you guys enjoyed this one, please hit that thumbs up for me. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I got new videos coming out every single week. So thanks again. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next one.